Hello, I'm Daniel and welcome to my YouTube channel. We here at the channel are continuing in our series of videos with respect to inspiration, information, education, guidance, advice. And we're in the book of Numbers, and I want to focus a little bit on chapter 27, verse 22. This is where Moses takes Joshua, Yeshua, and stands him before Eleazar, the Kohen. This is the guy who, with his zeal, killed Cosbi Bat Zur and Zimri, and before the entire assembly. So Moses is basically putting Joshua, Yehoshua, before the assembly and saying, this guy's taking over. The Jewish people lifted their heads to listen, and so what does Yehoshua say? He says, "Blessed is Hashem, who gave the Torah to his nation, Israel, through Moses." Now, if you're making like an inaugural speech, and you're the new person taking over, you expect to say something about you and your plans and how you're going to do things and the direction, the administration, and your plans for the future. Why this emphasis on the God and the Jewish people through Moses? It's just, he's the new leader. Shouldn't he emphasize his plans, his aspirations for his leadership? And this gives us an opportunity to compare how Moses took on the job and how Joshua took on the job. If you recall, Moses was extremely reluctant, like very reluctant. Didn't want to do it. He says, "I'm not worthy, I'm not right for the job, I'm slow of speech and slow of tongue, I've got a speech impediment, why don't you do Aaron? He speaks better than I do," and to the point where God actually got mad at him, got angry with him. The Torah doesn't write anything that Joshua was reluctant or hesitated in the least. Stepped up to the job. And I think we see a difference here. The job Moses had to do was to take the Hebrew slaves, who were like at the lowest level, the lowest rung, and free them, take them out of Egypt, lead them through the wilderness. It's a very, very hard job. And comparing the two, Chazal, our sages say that the face of Moses was like the sun, and the face of Yeshua was like the moon. When Moses took over, he found nothing prepared. His leadership, his unique personality, his character, his ability to inspire and infuse the people with Torah, with hope, with the Spirit of God, nothing compared. By the time it was Yehoshua's time to take over, the Jewish people were a people, the Israelites. They started off as Hebrew slaves. They became the Israelites. There was a generation or two of people who grew up Jewish, knowing nothing else. They didn't remember, most of them, anything about the slavery in Egypt. It was a different situation presented to Joshua, and that is why Joshua, like the moon, is basically a reflection of the sun. It's not that it generates light on its own. Whatever light it has is a rejection, is a reflection, a reflection of the sun. It draws its power from another source. it wasn't such a tall order for Joshua. And he had no reason to hesitate. He had no reason to defer taking over the position. Nothing was expected of him that Joshua could not achieve. And this is one of the reasons why, in his inaugural statements, he emphasized that God gave the law to the Jewish people through Moshe Rabbeinu. We're going to be doing more videos along these lines. Please come back. Please watch, please learn, and until next time, I'm Daniel, and thank you so much.